Midnight, February 19th, 1989. Los Angeles County Sheriff's deputies reporting for duty on the night shift were briefed about a suspect wanted in a series of armed robberies.
Suspect is a male white in his 20s, and he has a split lower lip. The weapon is a handgun. The vehicle is a blue Ford Mustang, a fastback. It was sold by the RO to the suspect.
The vehicle was, I think, early 70s Mustang, and it was rather unique. You don't see many of them around.
Around 2 a.m., Deputy Brian Cunningham was on patrol headed westbound on Somerset Boulevard.
I was approaching Downey Avenue when I saw a blue Ford Mustang backed into a parking space near the front door. I recognized that that was possibly the vehicle in the watch briefing. I got close enough to the car to make a license plate on it, and then I ran the plate via sheriff's radio.
Nora King David.
It was moments later that the suspect walked out of the convenience store. We made eye contact momentarily.
But the plates could not be confirmed. Apparently, the information about the vehicle had not been entered into the computer.
I followed the Mustang because I intended to stop the vehicle. I initiated a traffic stop.
136 boy, where am I? Suspicious vehicle. I'm making a traffic stop on Somerset Boulevard East.
I left a little more room between the suspect's vehicle and my radio car than I normally would on any given traffic stop. The suspect started yelling at me as though he was trying to taunt me to come up and talk to him. I saw that he had a scar on his lower lip, which was consistent with the watch briefing that we had been given. He sped off from the traffic stop. It was very, very clear now that I had something and was putting out over the radio that I was in pursuit.
Pursuit is terminated on Hayter south of Somerset. Get in the house! 136 boy, I need unit spray of containment. The female ran into the front door, and the suspect ran behind the house.
Deputy Cunningham immediately radioed for backup units to help contain the area. More than 20 members of the Sheriff's Department converged on the scene under the direction of Sergeant Bob Crew.
I responded to the location. By the time I got there, they already had a containment set up. They had a helicopter overhead, keeping the whole area under surveillance. Because it was a rather large area, it would be almost impossible to search it on foot, so we elected to use a canine unit.
Deputy Phil Geisler and his canine partner, Arco, had been working together for almost 2.5 years. Arco had been specially trained in Holland to assist and protect officers involved in dangerous searches.
Their senses are about 1,200 times as powerful as our sense of smell. They're able to distinguish many odors. As it's been put, that if there was a bowl of vegetable soup there, they can pick out each vegetable.
They arrived at the scene around 2:50 a.m.
We had a pursuit. It terminated over here.
Deputy Geisler was brought up to date and warned that the suspect was presumed to be armed and dangerous.
When I'm doing a search, I know that Arco's going to be the lead man out there. He's going to find the suspect before I will most of the time.
Come on, buddy. Cool, huh? Boy. What?
What's the layout look like in the backyard there? Okay, we're going to go ahead and deploy ARCO, and we're going to begin our search. In a canine search, what we do is we allow the handler and the dog to go first, and 1 or 2 deputies will follow to provide backup if he does find a suspect.
You got a couple of sheds and a trailer, a lot of junk in the backyard for someplace to hide, but ARCO looks like he's on the garage.
10-4. He began working in the yard, attempting to pick up a scent. To me, that was an indication that there's somebody inside the garage area. I can see ARCO is still barking at the garage door. The guy's in there. Sheriff's Department, come on out. Send the dog in. If you find it, he'll bite you. Ryan, I'm going to open up the garage door on this side. I want you to cover me.
We positioned ourselves next to the garage, and Deputy Geisler opened the garage door.
Cover me, Brian.
We were in a bad position. The dog appeared to be confused. Deputy Geisler was trying to order the dog away from me, and he was having a lot of trouble getting the dog to respond to his commands.
He's not going in. Drop the gun! I said drop it! Hello. Gun's in his hand.
When I got to my feet, we began removing pieces of furniture so that we could get access to the suspect, and ordered him to drop the gun. He didn't seem to have enough consciousness to respond to our orders at that time.
Yeah, I got him. And we went in and handcuffed him and retrieved the weapon. We called rescue, and the suspect died before the paramedics got there. Later on, I found out a lot about the suspect. Found out that his girlfriend had told deputies that he had just got out of jail. He wasn't going to go back. He told her, yeah, I'm going to shoot it out with the cops. I'm not going to go back. As I was driving back to Lakewood Station, I heard licking sound. So when I opened up the back door, he kept on licking, and then as he turned his head and looked towards me, I saw that there were what appeared to be 2 bullet wounds with blood on the side of his fur. ARCO had been shot. It's okay, buddy. We've been together almost nonstop, 24 hours a day. We've been through a lot. I love the dog just as if he was my partner or even my kids.
ARCO was rushed to a nearby animal hospital where he was treated by Dr. David Hogue.
He was a very lucky dog. He was easily within an inch of being dead in terms of the entry wounds, especially up in the shoulder area. They were very close to the carotid arteries in the neck region. If they had been towards the center of the body another inch, they would have entered the chest cavity. The bullet would have and probably done grave damage in the chest cavity also.
After 2 weeks of recuperating, ARCO was back on the force with his partner.
It proves that a dog can save lives. They're out there, they give it their 110%. If it wasn't for ARCO, I think that either another deputy or I wouldn't be here today to tell the story.
On May 15th, 1990, the Los Angeles SPCA presented their Special Hero Dog Award to ARCO, recognizing his bravery in saving his partner's life.
At the time of retirement, I do get the benefit of keeping ARCO. They give me the option, do you want to keep the dog, or, you know, do we have to give him away? And of course, being my buddy, my partner, and a friend, close to me, the way I love my dog, he's going to stay with me. Good boy.
On the next Rescue 911, a baby battles for survival.
I felt like he was dying in my arms. It was the diagnosis I did not want to make.
Doctors discover a rare blood disease.
Many times I kept saying, put me in his shoes.
Plus,
Virginia Beach Police Fire and Rescue.
Experience the real-life drama of volunteer paramedics.
A lot of times you don't have time to think. It's basically a race against death.
On Rescue 911.